Hey guys, I'm the Gamrecap. Welcome back to Let's Play Explorers of Sky. I think we're on part 160 something, or 160, it might even just be 160. So, where have I been for the last month? So I have been just getting all of the retro achievements on the side on this separate save, and I finally did it. Apparently it took me a month and 2 days, yeah. With the power of my trusty sidekick Zaxby's, I have recruited every Pokemon and beaten every dungeon. So we're still going to do it in the Let's Play as well, but that's not what the point of this video is. I just wanted to get these on the side as well as getting them while I'm recording. So we still need to do all of this in the actual series, but here is a short, concise, hopefully, nothing I do is concise. Here is a short something or another video about me reviewing the retro achievements. I like them. Basically, all the things that we've done already is just, there's achievements for them, like getting a lot of money. Like, it only goes up to 50,000 though, I think, which is like, that is nothing. Like 50,000? I got that over like a month ago, like in 4 days. I have 500,000 Poke in my bank, by the way, right now. So, in this file. So I had 10 times the amount. Otherwise, yeah, it's just recruit everything that's like, oh, recruit all the Pokemon as an achievement, and then beat all the dungeons. So what is new? There's two things that are new, and I did pretty much this one immediately. Clear all 10 mazes of Marowak Dojo without leaving the area, and failing the maze. One session. And you can't be over level 35. So I entered it like level 9, and I sat there till I completed it, and I think it took me like 6 hours or 7 hours or something, and I sat there till I was level 31, and eventually I did it. I got all 10 mazes defeated in a row without losing or leaving. And the other one that is specific to this, that is different from the Let's Play we've done so far up to this point, is hatch a Happiny at Chansey's daycare. This one sucked. This was less fun than doing all of the dungeons, which I'll get to that in a second. So here is this. I'm going to post this in the description. So what you'll want to do is rescue client, or I guess that's what I did. So you'll want to go to Happy Outlook, because today I learned, well, today for you, for me I learned this when I was doing it, over like whenever I did this. So you'll want to set it to Happy Outlook. Why? Because today I learned, again, the egg that you get from missions, the Pokemon that comes out of the egg is dependent on the dungeon you get the mission for. Like, so you'll want, if you want Happiny, you'll want to go to Happy Outlook where Happiny is and set it to the 12th floor through the 14th floor. Why is that? Well, on the 12th through 14th floor, there is a chance for Chansey and Blissey. There's probably a pun there somewhere. Anyway, yeah, so there's a chance for Chansey and Blissey to appear on that floor, or on those floors, and it doesn't matter whether it's Happiny or it's evolved forms. If the Pokemon is on that floor, when you rescue that person, there is a chance out of all the Pokemon that appear on that floor, the egg will be something from that floor. So if there's Chansey and Blissey as well as Happiny, then that increases your chances from 7% to 14%, or 21%. And I think it took like 20 eggs or something insane. So Pokemon, just make sure this is like somebody you've actually encountered, or it might not work. And then reward type, just make it egg. And then, yeah. I had to download an entirely separate ROM, of course, and an entirely separate emulator to make this work, and it is a PAL European version, or whatever you want to call it, so I have to check that, and then it generates. And yeah, you'd pretty much just go in your Wondermail receive thing, and then write this down tediously, and then accept the job, and then go off to the thing, rescue the dude, and then wait for the egg to hatch. Takes like a week for the egg to hatch. Typing this in is slow as shit. It's not fun. I think this is probably the worst achievement. I don't know why it's a thing. I think I even wrote something on here. I was like, bruh moment. So, yeah, that took a while. I was so happy when I got that. My god, the levels of RNG and dumbassery. I can't imagine getting that legit. That would be the most miserable shit ever. So, in the last month of just 172 hours of grinding this game, pretty much non-stop. I took a few day breaks a few times, but like I pretty much just been playing Mystery Dungeon this whole time because I don't want you guys to have to wait too long for more of these videos. It really makes me feel bad when I'm not uploading, when I'm not recording, when I'm not making progress. So here I am making progress and recording and stuff. So, why is my Chikorita so overpowered, and why did I choose Chikorita? So, Chikorita is one of the Pokemon in the Fast Friend IQ group, which, in the main Let's Play, we're going to use Mew. I don't know how that's going to go. Chikorita, I regret my decisions pretty much with Chikorita. Chikorita is pretty bad. Its move pool is limited, let's say. It only gets Grass-type moves. And Wide Slash is weak. It hits the three things in front of you, but it is weak. But it's typeless at least. Oh, so when you hit Kecleon, he changes his type to the type of the move that you used. So if you're hitting this Kecleon, bro, with an energy ball, it's doing like 140, and then he's grass, and then the next hit's gonna do like 70 or 80 or 60 or something. And he has 288 health. He doesn't give a shit about your, like, weak-ass hits. So it's going to take you, like, 4 or 5 hits to kill one Kecleon. And these things are swarming. They spawn every 3 seconds until there's 16 of them on the floor. And, yeah, that overwhelms you very quick. They use Screech. They use Fury Swipes. Even if you have 1,000 HP, like, I've had a Kecleon hit me with 5 200 damage Fury Swipes because of Screech lowering my defense in a row. And it just one-shot me from full HP. So, getting around how weak I am on Chikorita, my method was to fill my inventory with Reviver Seeds, Max Elixirs, and Violent Seeds. And I would take a Violent Seed every time that I was sure I was going to fight Kecleon on that floor. And the downside of that strategy is if there's a Wonder Tile on the floor, you can't really reset Screech shitting on you without also resetting your Violent Seed buffs, which is pretty annoying, but a good dungeon for getting Kecleon that I've seen is Mystifying Forest, because I don't know, he spawns a lot in Mystifying Forest. You'll see him 3 or 4 times per visit. And I think there's 75 total pages of Pokemon that you can actually, like, fill this up with if you want. But, like, yeah. I'd say, other than Kecleon, the most annoying Pokemon to recruit that we're going to have to deal with in this series is probably a tie between Porygon and Bronzor. Not a tie, I'd say Porygon's a little worse. So Bronzor and Porygon are required multiple copies of them, because you can't get Bronzong, Porygon 2, Porygon Z anywhere. You have to get multiple copies and evolve them. There's a ton of shit like that you have to evolve if you want to get every Pokemon in this game. A lot of the Pokemon are similar to Burgly. They require you to get Pokemon related to the Hidden Land and Temporal Tower and level them up and then evolve them. So that's shit like Dragonite and what's his name? Manectric? I don't know if I could remember all of them. Already said Dragonite. Bastiodon, Rampardos, all the Porygons, Bronzong. Oh, so that's just a miserable time. I'm not going to use Wonder Mail for the main series. I used the Wonder Mail, like the same site that I showed you, to get like Bronzong to join my team, and Porygon isn't in missions for whatever reason, so I couldn't cheese him. But everyone else, and Dusknoir, you can't get Dusknoir to be a job person, or like a clan or whatever. Yeah, 500 grand. So I did need to find a Dusknoir and actually get him to join my team, which I thought it would be bad. It wasn't so bad. So yeah, everything went well. Other than 2 things, Kecleon and the level 1 dungeons. The level 1 dungeons were... some of them were worse than I thought they would be, and others were better than I thought they would be. So Zero Isle East and West are brainless. Your youngest cousin could probably beat them. South, a little bit harder. Destiny Tower, I think it is the second most difficult thing I've ever done in my life, other than learning how to drive. Like, Destiny Tower made me consider, like, the rush I got when I beat it for the first time, it was kind of like, it made me, like, respect and understand the perspective of people who play, like, Dark Souls or something. Like, holy shit, it actually felt really good to beat it. Oh man. So how many attempts did all these take? 0 Isle East and West, first attempt. 0 Isle South, that took 2 attempts. I died on my first attempt on like the 52nd floor to a double Arcanine ambush, and then Destiny Tower took me 15 attempts, because holy shit. Which doesn't sound like a very big number, but bear in mind that each one of those attempts is like, depending on when I fail, 2 to 5 hours. Like the run where I died on the 96th floor was like 3 hours into that. And I think my successful run, I spent 5 hours on it or something like that. It is available on my VODs channel because I streamed it. Anyone wants to watch that, I'll link my VODs channel in the description, I guess. Destiny Tower screws you over in like 24 different ways. I'd go more into it, but I'm gonna do Destiny Tower in this Let's Play, so when we get to that, I'll explain it a bit more. I think this short video has come to an end. If I could rate the retro achievements for this, I would give it an 8 out of 10. That Chansey one really fucks it over from getting the perfect 10 out of 10. I just don't see why that's necessary to exist. It's such a miserable grind for no reason. And I guess the only other statistic there is to really mention is Kecleon. How many Kecleon did I have to kill to actually get him to want to join my team? And by my count, about 420, 450. 492 out of 492, oh yes. And I guess 488 is the max amount of Pokemon we can encounter, because Cresselia, Shaman, Fiona, and Manaphy really don't like fighting. You never fight them, even though in dreams Cresselia looked like she wanted to throw hands a few times. So this first question mark that's missing on this ROM is the rescuing friends like achievement. I don't know what you want to call it, like log message. And then this one's like amount of sky gifts given. I just can't be asked. And then all these other ones are like, they're all completely filled in. Cleared all of 0 Isle is apparently a line. That's cool. And then like, yeah, all the legendary Pokemon. I'm surprised that Kecleon isn't a message on here, but like Unknown is, and Rotom is for some reason. Yeah, I hope you're happy. This series is not just me 100% completing Explorers of Sky, it's me doing it twice apparently. I'm doing this with Kirby Air Ride too. I don't know why I have a mental illness that is this debilitating, but hey, I'll deal with it when it becomes a problem. But for now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Let's go beat Darkrai's ass. Woo!